How to use Smartsheet for project management. Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can use Smartsheet for project management. First of all, go and search for Smartsheet, and here at the right side, you'll be able to see an option that says login. So just click on login, and after that, you will be redirected to the login page of Smartsheet. So if you not have an account of Smartsheet already created, you can either log in with your Apple account, Google account, or even you can sign up with any of your credentials and successfully create an account on Smartsheet. So once you're logged into Smartsheet, you can upgrade your Smartsheet. Now here I'm using the free plan, but if you want to use it for a long run, you can buy any of these upgrades, such as Pro is for $9 and it is per member and it is month billed yearly. And then after that, we have another that is business. So that is for $19. And it is usually for 3+ members, and it has unlimited guests and viewers. You can go and see what the specs of it is. And then we have another that is of enterprise level. You can go and see which is suitable for you, and then you can buy that. And here you can even change the currency in order to check what is the upgrade plan in your currency. Or if you're only using Smartsheet currently for just smaller projects, so you can just use their free plan because it is very easy to use. But note that the free trial is only for 30 days, and after that you need to upgrade your account in order to continue using Smartsheet. So once you've logged into Smartsheet, at the left side you'll be able to see a couple of options, and over here you'll be able to see review. So this is basically your dashboard, and you can create a new project and even start a peer-to-peer support. That is basically finding best practices, and here you can even search for something you want. Now here at the left side we have a couple of options. First is notifications. So here all of your notifications would be displayed, and you know that what is happening in your Smartsheet, and there are some requests that what your colleagues are requesting you that might need your approval. All the tasks that need your approval will be displayed over here. And then we have the search bar, which is same as the search bar in dashboard. And then we have browse, and over here are all of your projects and workspaces, your files, your sheets, your Gantt charts, and everything would be displayed over here. And you can even create a new one over here. And after that we have recents. So over here in recents are all of the sheets or folders or workspaces that you have recently visited for a quicker access, so that you don't get lost at what you're working. And then we have favorites over here. Now if you really wish to use something very frequently, you can favorite that. For example, I have favorited this project, and here you can see that it has been displayed in my favorite list. And then other we have is resource planning. So resource planning for every level of your organization. There are a couple of specs of resource planning, such as balance workloads, track time with ease, and forecast with confidence. So here this is not really available in the free trial one, but you can request an access for it. And then this is a very good feature in Smartsheet, basically, that helps you balancing the workloads. And after that, we have some work apps. So all of the work apps that you have in your Smartsheet that either you or any colleague or any member of your team has added into your Smartsheet were displayed over here. So if you have any work apps here in Smartsheet, all of them would be displayed over here for a quicker access. So you don't have to go and find for it individually. You can just come over here and search for that. And then we have start a new project. So here, when you come over here, you can create a new project. So you can either create from scratch, or you can even use a template. Most of the time we use it using a template. So you can just click on view all templates, and then you can search for all of the templates. There are literally hundreds of templates you can choose from. So here at the top, you'll be able to see some filters. So here you can see some of the filters, and you can just select that what best suits your project. For example, if you want your project to be budgeting and finance, you can select those filters, and you can even unselect them. Or you can even search from that from the combo box over here, or you can even search from the search bar as well. For example, I'm searching for Gantt because I want a project with a Gantt chart. So here is my desired project, that is schedule management with Gantt chart. So I'm just going to click on these, or you can even give all of these look, and then just click on one desired one. And here would be a project overview, and you can even scroll down in order to see the description. And once done, you can just go up and just click on create from template. You can even copy this link if you want it to send to any of your team member or your colleague or anyone. If you want their approval that whether this project template is better for us to work on, you can just copy the link and send it to them. And then you can just click on create a template, and after a while you'll be redirected to the template interface. Now here they're asking whether you want to invite people or groups to this project. You can just type down their name, and you can either select you want them as a viewer, as an admin, as a collaborator, or whatever. And then after that you can just specify something, and after that you can just click on share, or you can copy link, just same as you can send the link to them. And now here you can see this is a very nice template, and it has all of the things like task, description, assigned to, there are all of the columns like allocation, and then we have statuses. And this is not all, you can either add or remove things according to your own choices. Now here are statuses, there are start date, and now with start date we have baseline start, and we have end date, baseline finish, and we have duration. So basically duration works from the start date and end date. So the duration between your start date and end date will be displayed in the duration section. Now for example, here you can see that the start date is 4th of December and the end date is 4th of December. That's why the duration is 0. Here the start date is 4th of December and the end date is 13th of December. So the duration is 7 days. So it just changes accordingly. And then we have baseline variance and baseline status and baseline health, so etc, etc. Now if you wish to remove a column, you can just click on these 3 dots, and then you can just click on delete column, and here you can just click on delete column. And here, in order to delete or edit this column, you need to remove the baseline authority. So here you can see that I really have a baseline functionality and I don't want to remove that. So that's why I can't remove this column. Now, since I'm using a project template using a Gantt chart, so I have a Gantt chart over here. So let me just drag this to over here in order to have a better access of the Gantt chart. So here it is. This is a Gantt chart which is stretched from the start date till the end date. Like you can see the start date, it's somewhere from here and ends still here for the invitation one, and then there are same for numerous others. And then if you wish to change the view from the Gantt view to any other view, so what you can do is just click on this combo box and you can click on timeline. It's a very new feature, but for this, in order to use the timeline feature, you need to add some tasks to your timeline. So you can check my other video in order to check how to add stuff to your timeline. So after timeline, you'll be able to see that all of the tasks will be displayed in front of the assignees. And after timeline, we have board. So board is a very good feature because what it basically does is that it filters all of your tasks according to the statuses. You can also filter them according to your own desire. Now, for example, here you can see that these are some of the tasks, such as you can see that risk management plan, calculate budget, kick off stakeholders, and communication plan, monitor progress, etc, etc. And now here you can see that the first one status is not started, and then we have in progress, blocked, and then we have complete. Then all of the tasks are filtered according to the statuses. And if you wish to create a brand new project and not use any template, you just want to create a project from scratch, so what you can do is go and then click on create. You can just go to the browse section, open the folder, click on create. And after that, you can just click on this. For example, if you wish to make a grid view, so you can just click on grid and you can give it a name. For example, I'm going to give it a name such as my project. So I'm just going to write down my project and then click on OK. And after that, you can see that this sheet has been created. So I'm just going to click on my project and I'll be redirected to a brand new sheet, and you can see that there is no other template or no other columns. You have to create all of your columns from scratch according to your own desire. So that was how you can use Smartsheet for project management. If you found this story helpful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more helpful tutorials. I'll see you in the next video.